Now, Weslaco and Harlingen, they're no strangers to each other. This is the 82nd time they've met, 52-25 record. Harlingen leading it, having won 9 of the last 11. So we'll see how tonight goes. You got a bunch of fighters tonight, but how do you get that momentum and how do you shift to get that, all of the fight for next week? We've all heard the phrase, defense wins championships. But these teams didn't get the memo, complete offense from beginning to end. But the biggest thing, especially, not just the offense, the defense for the Greyhounds. All year long, they've been following this model of the black hole. Now, I'm not a science major, but you think of the black hole, and anything that goes into a black hole is usually gone. You can't find it, it's destroyed. Down to the NFL, Cowboys fans might call this weekend's game meaningless, but don't tell that to the players. Well, for those who feel cleats are formal footwear and sleep with a leather glove under their pillow, today feels like Christmas. It's the first day of baseball practice, but not just for the 52 UIL high school varsity programs in the Valley, but also for the one Division I hardball program residing here as well. UTRGV hitting the field for their first official team practice of the spring. 16 new Vaqueros on the roster. Head coach Manny Mantrana and his staff itching to get back on the field since wrapping up practice in the fall.
It was kind of long awaited. I mean, it was a long fall, long couple weeks of individuals. It felt really good, and we looked good today, so I'm impressed.
Once I told myself that the night, day before team practice or the day before the season, if I can sleep soundly through the night, that's the time I'll stop coaching. I got about 2 hours sleep yesterday, but I feel good.
Now check this crazy story out about a former Vipers player, Akeem Mitchell, now playing pro ball in New Zealand. He suffered this horrific injury last night, battling for the rebound when an opposing player's finger accidentally popped Mitchell's eye out of its socket. On the way to the hospital in the ambulance, EMS were able to put the eye back in. Mitchell says the eye kept working throughout the accident and it's working fine today. Thankfully, he is expected to make a full recovery.
Kind of fell to the ground and kind of felt my eye out of socket, and that's when I think I started freaking out a little bit. So I opened my eye and I'm looking up and I can see everything. My eye's still moving, but it's kind of out here. For everything to be okay and for me to be able to see you guys today and to joke about it last night is something that I can only describe as a miracle.
Brad Kyle will pass to his own true freshman, this time Amon Richards, for the 51-yard score. Now check this out. Stacy Coley, his own wide receiver teammate, going to get that nice block right there in the corner just to get in that score. This is when Miami's going to kick it up a notch. Kane's already adding to the lead. Kyle's going to pass to Braxton Barriers, for the 26-yard score into the end zone. Teams would go into locker room with the score 28-14. The Canes would go on to win this one 31-14. The first win in a bowl game for the Canes since 2006. The first for former Canes quarterback Mark Richt, now leading his alma mater. What's up, sports fans? I'm Patrick Chalvire. The Spurs back at home tonight against the Phoenix Suns, but tip-off began without one of their top players. Forward Kawhi Leonard pulled from tonight's game due to gastroenteritis. Coach Jason Garrett's got a lot on his shoulders this week, whether or not to play his starters, and if he does, for how long. Cowboys already clinched home field advantage in the playoffs, so you can expect to see more backups on the field, but let's just face it, if stars like Dak Prescott or Ezekiel Elliott were to get hurt, he's never going to hear the end of it. But with a long break for the boys, following this game against the Eagles, the guys just want to make sure they get every opportunity before hitting the divisional round.